Okay, well, before we get into the new project, I do want to touch on Fengshui.
Okay.
So, why did you name the project Fengshui?
Fengshui is like an energy that you have in your house, right? Like kind of like setting like the tempo, like it's calm and chill. I'm a very like, for the most part, if I'm not asking my kids or they're running across the street, I'm usually pretty chill for the most part when it comes down to that. And I wanted to be able to give like my listeners all different types of energy through it, like just the feng shui of like my energy. So it's like me kind of like saying this is the essence of me, and I just want you guys to be able to understand my energy. So it's I don't know if did you actually hear the actual track feng shui?
Yes.
It's very like almost like a lo-fi kind of.
Yeah, kind of like a low-key.
Yeah. That's kind of what I wanted people to have, like, because it's weird because it's like my actual tone is like aggressive, but then it's still chill at the same time. And that's like the actual whole mixtape itself. It's like aggressive, but it's chill.
So I want to ask, because I noticed the project, like Determined and Feng Shui have two different energies.
Yes.
Determined has more of like a low-key kind of, like just chill. It sounds very winter, like you made it during the winter.
I did.
Right. Whereas Feng Shui sounds a lot more hyped, and you can hear the voice, like your voice is developing. You hear that aggressive, like, in your voice, yeah. So how did you develop that?
Practice, like, I mean, because I recluse a lot. Like, if I'm not with my kids, gym, work, or grocery store, I'm generally by myself. And I usually have like a lot of internal conflict, which is terrible, but that is usually where that voice is more of my aggression. And I pulled that outside of myself, because with like Determined, I was really experimenting, just kind of trying to find myself, and you can kind of hear it.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Like how your vocal tones and all that. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And by like Feng Shui, I actually figured out, and I was like, okay, like because it was motion and Determined, that's where I kind of heard, and I was like, whoa, that's it. And then I translated it to Feng Shui.
Motion. I gotta listen to that track again.
It's crazy.
And I remember the first time we met, when we were freestyling in the car, and I heard you go into your rapper voice. I was like, how do you do that? Because that's what I'm trying to work on so hard, is like a rapper voice. Because I think that takes time to develop. Like, I noticed the professionals, they go into like a pitch. They go from like regular talking to voice to like some like it's a different pitch. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different pitch.
There is the frequency. I feel like for me, like when it's like the music part, like when people are tapping into that stream, it's straight energy. It's like it's your soul speaking. That's my, I don't know, like some people might think like differently. I feel like it's like when I tap into like that tone, that's my soul speaking to you guys. Like it's.
What do you think about the idea of like it's your dead homie speaking through you?
Oh, 100%. Some of the songs, bro, that I've written like on past tracks, or even just like on this new upcoming like mixtape, there's times that I'm writing, it's like 3 a.m, and I'm tired, and I have no, like, I feel like my creativity's not even there, and I'm like trying to write to this song, and it's like boom, and I'm writing some stuff, and I'm like, it almost scared me, because I'm like, why am I talking about this?
Like, where does it come from?
Yeah.
Yes. Yo, that's so wild. Yes. Yeah, that's a trip. And I noticed that, like, especially in Mommas Perspective, like you summon that out of somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, speaking from the perspective of your mom.
I felt like that was her. Even like that, when it's like, Mama. My mom, when she used to sing, that's how she sounded.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Wow. My sister told me she listened to a quarter of the song, she's like, I can't listen to it anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
But she's living on through the music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, and that's cool that you would put that on the music. So I fuck with that. Oh, sorry, my bad with the language.
Hey, bro, it's all good.
You also mentioned like schizophrenia on that track.
Yes.
And that's something that I deal with personally. So why did you choose to mention that?
That's what my mom has.
She dealt with that too?
My grandma has it. My mom had. Well, that's why she took her life, is because she had an issue. But out in the States, like in America, we don't have, like, they don't care about us out there. And I'll be straight blunt, they don't care about us. Her, like, they don't have like, she didn't have a team and stuff. Like, oh man, I gotta chill out. It's gonna get emotional. Yeah, they don't take care of you out there like that. So I mean, it was really hard for her. It was, I literally watched her like fall apart, and she would be on her medication, and then she wouldn't have medication. I don't know if she couldn't afford it, probably not. And then she would like be a whole different person. I mean, like, I would always wonder, like, I'm like, what's wrong with my mom? Like, why is she acting like this? And I never understood until I got older. And I was like, I understand. And I even, like, that's why I quit smoking weed and stuff.
Yeah, because the genetically predisposed.
Yeah.
If you're genetically predisposed, that can actually summon that.
It was doing that to me.
Yeah.
I was having issues where it was like, I wasn't normal anymore. And I was like, you know, I know it's legal and stuff, and I know people, I'm like, I have nothing against it, but for me, I'm like, you know, my kids are my number one, that's my world. And I'm like, if I'm going to put myself in that predicament and become what she became, then, you know, that's not a fatherly thing to do. And
right.
Number two, it's just, I know that it would do that to me. So I don't want to put it in there. And that's why I talk about it, is because a lot of people are afraid to like talk about like illnesses, or even like,
well, they might not even know.
Yeah.
Because when I was dealing with that, I didn't even know until it's too late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Until I smoked up a pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, and then next thing you know, it's like, oh, now I'm in the hospital.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, like what happened? You know what I mean?
It hits really hard. Like, it hits really hard, and you're just like, whoa, like this is happening to me right now. And you don't know, because even in those moments, like you're not there. Everything seems unrealistic. You're doing things that you would never do, and in your head you're like, you try and stop it, but you can't. But it's because it's happening to you. And I mean, like, I personally experienced that, and I mean, you know, I mean, you're full on dealing with it, and it's like, man, I mean, people do not understand that feeling of like, you feel helpless, and like everyone
yes
is like, yeah, it's a terrible, like, man, I don't know. That is, and that's why I talk, because I know I had a glimpse of it. I've seen my mom, I watched her
deal with that, right? So how did you kind of deal with that growing up? Like dealing with somebody who was going through those kind of issues?
It was really hard. It really hurt. Like, I mean, there was nights I'd be crying for like days, because I would watch her do this, and then like she snapped on like, me and my siblings like a few times. Like, she would be like a whole different person. Like, this not even my mom. And it was tough. And then just like, she would leave, like she would just disappear for like months. Like, I mean, like 6 months at a time, she would just be gone. And it was really hard, because, you know, I would always think in my head, like, where is she? Like, why is this happening? And I never understood it. So it just, I don't know. I think some days I'm still not really know how to cope with it, because I'm still trying to process that whole thing, because it just, over life, it's happened to me so fast with like, I have 4 kids. I haven't really even digested all of it. Like, every day I'm like meditating and writing stuff down, trying to like
to understand it.
Yeah. Because
No
it's
doubt.
affected me as a father, for sure, I would say.
Dope. Well, what inspired you to put out 2 projects in 2018? Because those both Determined and Fengshui came out in 2018, right?
Yeah.
So, but they sound completely different. Like, the growth from the first project to the second project, I'm like, this sounds like a way different person. Like, this person went through boot camp. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. So how did, like, what inspired you to put out 2 different projects in that year?
My creativity. When my mind sparks up and it starts like actually spinning, I can't stop it. And I mean, I was going through a lot of like, just a lot of like trials and everything. And I mean, that was also like my inspiration, and like my mind was just spiraling. Like, I had a lot of ideas, and I was like going, plus it's like I recluse myself a lot. So I'm like, I'm just gonna record as much as I possibly can, and
To get that out.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you're not actively going out and talking with people, then it's like, you got that energy, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can put it into the music. And for me, I look at it like, as like Goku going to like the hyperbolic time chamber. I'm going in there, and I'm home, you know, most of the time, and I'm just sitting there, I'm practicing. Like, I'm going at myself. Like, I wake up and I start rap. Like, I will wake up you know, I thank God, I pray, and I start rapping. And on my way to work, I'd be rapping, I'd be spitting as I'm walking. It took me like 2 hours to get to work. So I rap, C-train, I'd be writing, get to work, I'd be in my head just constantly spitting. And then I go home and I would start reciting everything. So it just like, that growth happens. And again, I mean, this is in my blood. Like this is in my, you can hear it. Like no one, like I can't, you know, it's not even on some cocky stuff, because I understand, like, you know, always being humble, but you can hear it. It's like, it's just in my blood. Like this is a part of me. So a lot of spirits want to speak.
Yes, that's dope. Cool. So I want to get into the stuff you got coming out now.
So it's
So what do you got coming up now?
It's called Legacy, and this is essentially, well, it is this mixtape. Ace for my kids is about my kids. You know, obviously it's still going to be stuff people can relate to. You know, you got your hype tracks. Actually, I got VT. We stepped into the studio, and he's on the ad-libs on one, the hype track, then he's in the beginning and the ending of its Legacy itself, which will probably be the ender track.
Wow. Was Jay-Z any inspiration to that?
No. This has been my dream for since I started actually making music.
Oh, okay.
Is I was like, cause I'm like, this, everything I do is for my kids, and I'm like, I want them to see this side of the world, you know, like just from my heart, I'm like, I want him to see what I see. And I'm like, yeah, I'm super blessed and happy that he was able to. But I know Jay-Z. And
he had a song called Legacy, and I'm pretty sure he had his kid on there too.
Did he actually?
Yeah, he has somebody speaking at the beginning of it. It's like, Daddy, what's a will? And then they talk about like legacy.
No way.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
No, but it's still like, I'm happy you're doing it. Because it's more people need to be talking about that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a lot of MCs are talking about a legacy, right?
No, they think of like, and you know, I can't speak for all of them, but you know, a lot of them, it's a self-gain type of thing. They don't actually think of like, you know, a lot of MCs, like, especially, you know, like, I won't name any big names, you know, I don't want to start anything with no one, but it's like, they don't talk about their kids. Some of the guys have like 5 kids and they don't even speak about them. And I'm like, no, I'm like, this is all for my kids. And it's like, I want them to understand that like, everything that I'm doing is for you, and this legacy is for you, so that you can have access to anything that you want in this world. Like, you can achieve it, because it's like all odds has literally been placed against me. Like, I mean, I shouldn't even be here right now with everything, you know, with passing away twice, having already, you know, be born, like, you know, like born into like poverty, then coming here and then facing so much adversity and so much setbacks, like having 4 kids at 24, you know, and then, you know, I did trades and all this other stuff, and it's just like, I totally was like lost in life. And then to come back at 25 now and just be looking at like, you know, the possibility of like, okay, I will be a breakout artist. When I don't know, but hopefully soon, you know. And I think that's where it's like that legacy. I'm like, they will see like hard work pays off.
It's like, why do you choose to do that? To include VT into your music?
He deserves it. They all deserve it. Like they deserve it. Cause I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. If it wasn't for, I mean, he's the start of it. You know, my offspring. But if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here right now. Like I literally would. I can say that from the bottom of my heart. I would not be here if it wasn't for them. So this is like a big thank you to them for like saving my life. So they deserve it.
Are they getting royalties too?
Oh, of course. I don't
getting songwriter credits, publishing all that.
yeah, they'll be on there. Anything like, I mean, man, this coffee, like, legitimately, anything I own, my money, my bank account, my car.
What did you say before I get here?
Yeah.
You don't really own anything.
I don't own anything. They own all my stuff. They own everything I own is theirs. I don't really own anything. It's all theirs.
Well, remember that.
I'm gonna drink this. You can take it by osmosis. Sit back down, buddy.
What?
Sit back down real quick. He's probably in like right in there.
Dope. Okay, well, I want to end off. Couldn't let you get out of here without spitting a freestyle.
Oh yeah. Well, I can spit down.
Okay.
You want to hear Daddy? You want to hear Daddy? I need you to be hype, okay? And don't scream. Yeah, we can get down.
All right, let's get it. Do you guys want to freestyle?
The man is asleep. No, hey.
Do you want to freestyle?
What's that?
We'll show you. Let's play some beats.
Hey.
I'll kick it off.
Okay.